Hello everybody, and today we're going to talk about Nemesor Zahndrekh. Why he is good, what makes him good, how to use him effectively, and how to hopefully get your points back out of him in game. Okay then, the first thing you need to know is he is 60 points more than an Overlord. Well, the first thing you say is, why would I take Nemesor Zahndrekh? Because I'm a shooty army. I don't really need the +1 attack and so on that he can give. Well, the main reason you take this guy is he can, if you're lucky with your rolls, he can do the same thing as 2 Overlords can. If you're lucky, you can get +1 to hit for infantry, so make him with skill 2, and then you can give my will be done to another unit. So, in theory, you could do 2 units that can hit in 2s, instead of 1. But 60 points is quite expensive for that 1 buff. But another good buff he has is if you can get close enough to your opponent with this guy, you can actually stop all over effects on one character during your opponent's turn, which I find very effective. I've had a few games I've marched up the board, he never gets close enough to where I need to, but sometimes my opponent sends this nasty stuff down, he gets in range, he loses all his power, and he gets stuck in warriors for the game. So that's another good thing. And his special ability, right, the swap powers, not very good against girly man, but against things like this, absolutely deadly against stuff like this. Because synaptic creatures, they are over effect, because it's everyone with what are they, like 6 inches or something, synaptics. So there is an over ability. Anything that has a range, a bubble around him is an over. Okay. So if you get into combat with Tyranids, it's like, oh, how many did you lose with there? 8, oh well, take your morale test. It's like, no, I'm synaptic, I'm fearless. No, doesn't work, screw you, no synaptics for you. Half his flipping unit gets wiped out on a dice roll. Awesome. I actually did this in one of my battle reports if you want to watch it. It's quite funny. But so that's another good thing with the stopping his powers working, is block over abilities. If you can get close enough to Robert Gurleyman, awesome. And a good way I find, right, if you need to get close to someone like Gurleyman, saying just like to stay back and shoot, is send up the board, say, come fight me, you wuss. There's only a unit of warriors there. You'll come across. Let's go up a level, because he's a monster, he can't get you, and then you stop his powers working. I know that's low, but I've done it a few times, you can't pull it off, it's funny. So, don't be afraid to try and bait your opponent to come closer to you, so you can stop his powers working. As you should already know, he has my will be done, and once per turn, he can give 1 unit, +1 ballista skill, what was the other one? Reroll failed charges, and +1 attack in combat, okay. Doesn't sound that good because it's a 1 in 3 chance, but it's really effective. Because I know +1 attack sucks, and a lot of people say, why is that even on there for? But if you've been in combat with a group of 20 warriors, 2 hits each, it's awesome. And if you also daisy chain, like if you're using flayed ones or something, so like you got some flayed ones in range, say, oh well, +1 to hit, 1 attack gives the flayed ones, or Lynch Guard, or Praetorian. Praetorian's now Dynasty. And that way, they'll have 1 more attack each, which is very, very effective. Also, if you have the Traveller in range as well, so that's +2 attacks. As you can see, it starts adding up, you know. But that is a good option to have. 1 in 3 chance of giving yourself a buff that you actually will use. Okay. But let's talk about these. I've seen a lot of these in a lot of tournament lists lately, flyers. I don't understand the fascination with flyers because our flyers suck. I thought this one person's tournament list. He had 4 dark angel things and drop bombs on you. 2 when he come over and just did so much damage, just drop bombs on me, but it's no big deal because I had this guy. And what I was lucky enough to do with this guy, right? I managed to get the +1 to ballista skill with him. Okay. So what I did, I give the +1 ballista skill to these guys. Okay. I give +1 ballista skill to these, and I also gave them my will be done. So that means these guys are hitting on 1s, rerolling 1s. 1s also fail. So against a flyer, which is -1 to hit, they're hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Now that is something that only he can do in your codex. This guy is your answer to anti-flyers. Anything that's like -1, -2 to hit, this guy is awesome. Because you can't stack my will be done, but you can give them a +1 ballista skill and my will be done them. So you could have 20 warriors shooting into him. If you're lucky, you can be hitting on 2s, even with a -1 to hit. That's what makes him pay for himself, is the luck. I found every time I take this guy, killer flyers are a lot more easier. I seem to have a much easier time killing flyers with him, because I seem to get the +1 blister skill like 2 times a game, sometimes 3. On average, if the game goes on 6 turns, you should technically get it twice, because 1 in 3 chance a time. So, you know, something to take into consideration. He's awesome for anti-flyers. And if you are able to, depending on what you run in your list, if you can get him close enough to your opponent's HQs and turn his powers off, that's a lot of points your opponent's wasted. Because Robert Gurleyman's points are in his reroll everything for everything, is stupid. The Azrael guy, that gigantic Admech guy, I managed to get close enough to him once. Stop his rerolling stuff to hit. But it's really effective, just if you can get close to stuff. I wouldn't recommend just march up the board on his own and die and get killed. Send him up there in your normal army. Depending on how you play your army, right? Don't make your army for this guy. He is very good for sitting back with Hero Destroyers and buffing snipers if you need to. Or you can be in the front lines. That is his ability. So no matter what army you have, he has a good role. Normally with HQs, named HQs, he got a specific role and you send him off to do that. Like you got Orkan the Diviner, he's basically Satan late game, so you want him close range. So this guy is actually the only one I can think of that has no place on the board that he needs to be. He can be anywhere and be effective. He can be back with 2 units of Head Destroyers, and if you get lucky, both of them will be hitting on 2s in 1 turn. Yeah, see, he can do that. 6 Head Destroyers, both hitting on 2s, if you're not shooting against flyers. Now you can see how nasty this guy can be. If you're lucky, he will have the power of 2 overlords. So that's basically all I could tell you about this guy. He's very good for Death Stars. Put it that way. If you're going to use Death Stars or Primarchs, go with him every time. Get him close, get the Primarchs close or whatever. Get some warriors in there, wrap him around him if you can. Say, oh, by the way, screw your powers, they're all gone. Okay. So he is your answer to nasty close range stuff. And if you got like a melee based army, he's also good because you can get +1 to hit or reroll charges. And once you're in range, and you stop your opponents using his powers, which is awesome. I didn't realise how effective the over blocking abilities are with this guy because I started using him. I thought he was a piece of crap on paper. I was like, yeah, who cares? I'll never get that close to something that dangerous. I was actually surprised how good he was in game. I used him a few times, and I basically use him in almost all my lists now, because he's that effective. And I notice, I do save points, because normally, he does outperform an Overlord. He does everything an Overlord does, and if I get lucky, he can give me the hitting on 2s against flyers. He can give me that charge I need. So he's very effective in any list. And if you got a list that you can use 1 HQ, take this one. Because you're basically getting 2 for the price of 1. Okay, and let's go on to some super cheese. Okay, this haven't been FAQ'd yet, and I'm actually surprised no one's actually mentioned it. So I'm going to show you this in the video. It'll probably go viral after like a few weeks, because everyone's like, oh, you can do this, it'll be on the forums and so on. And then it'll get FAQ'd, so you're not allowed to do it. But right now, this isn't FAQ'd, and no one seems to be asking anybody about it. So let's do this. Right, Vanguard Oberon. This is my custom Vanguard Oberon, plastic. Hate resin. Okay. The thing is with Vanguard Oberon, you can bring any unit off. You can take any unit off the board and deep strike within 6 inches of Nemesor Zahndrekh. Okay. So that's another good tip as well. If you're using 2 HQs, you got this guy. You can give some backup. You bring some overlords, add some Lynch Guard over, and so on. So he's also a good support choice for Nemesor if you use him in your list. But let's go back onto the cheese now. Okay, the cheese. Right, let me just read to you exactly, word for word, what his power is. Okay, let's go on to this now. Ghostwalk Mantle. At the end of your movement phase, you can move Vanguard Oberon and a friendly infantry unit within 6 inches of Vanguard Oberon from the battlefield and set them up so that all models are within 6 inches of Nemesor Zahndrekh at 1 inch away from the enemy. Okay, so the way that is worded, right? I can do this, he's within range, okay, I know this is bullcrap and it's not meant to be used like this, and I've never actually done this. I don't really plan to. But if you're in a tournament, you want to try your luck, go for it. Let's pretend that's a land raid. I think it's like 600 plus points. Okay, 2-1, outline of sight, inch away, 1 inch, 0.1 inch away, 1.1 inch away. He's there. Okay, I know this is bull crap, right? Because he comes in within range of a Nemesor, and within he comes in and he's within range of Nemesor because he puts him wherever the hell he wants. Okay, and then you can charge him and stop that thing shooting every turn. Okay, I know this hasn't been FAQ'd, and if you wanted to, this thing could like move 20 odd inches away and you can just teleport every turn. And it's also good for late game. Like I said, I've never done this because I think it's just Game Workshop being lazy. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do this. Okay, so every turn now you can teleport and get points to this guy. Just make sure he doesn't get wiped out and you give up Warlock Killer. So that's that. Until it's been FAQ'd, right, you can do that because of the way it's worded. And to prove this, right, I will get my 7th edition codex. Okay, give me 2 minutes. Oh, look at that, he's fake. Oh, there's one guy there. This one actually specifically says this effect has this has no effect if Zahndrekh and Oricon are part of the same unit. In 7th edition, it specifically said he couldn't do it with Nemesor because people were cheesing it. Okay, that restriction is not in 8th edition. Until it's been FAQ'd, legally you can do this. It's completely bullcrap and it's broken, it's overpowered, and you can win every game with this. You could drop 2 HQs on some squishy scouts, take the objective off him, score points, and run away like a little wuss every turn. And yes, you can do that. So until that's FAQ'd or the codex come out saying you can't do it, that's an awesome cheese tactic right there. The late game, just teleport and grab some points. I do go for the cheese, but like I said, I've never actually done this because it's low. Okay, it's broken, it's but if you want, if you can get away with it, you know, it's rules as written, you can do it. Alright, so that is an awesome little trick for Nemesor. He's awesome for killing flyers, he's awesome for assault armies, because 2 of his powers benefit an assault army, which is quite cool. And that's it. So if you actually want to save points, I recommend taking this guy over an Overlord, because he's basically 2 Overlords in 1. So that is my advice on Nemesor. Armies that use 1 HQ, I recommend this one. 2 HQs, I recommend taking this guy and whatever else you'd like to take. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. And let me know in the comments below if you agree with that super cheese tactic. But until it's FAQ'd, you can do it, okay? So I'll see you all again next time.